Hey guys, in this video I will be talking about part-time jobs available for students. What is the best part-time jobs? What are the problems in different kinds of part-time jobs? And all this I will be sharing my experience over the last 1.5 years that I have done different part-time jobs. And in the end I will be also telling you a very good news for all of you all who are planning to come to UK and those who are already in the UK. So stay tuned and watch the video till the end. So to start with the video, let's start with what's the best kind of part-time job that a student can do. Well, according to me, it's the job which is easily available, which is easy to get in. I mean, the interview process is quick and easy, and you'll get to learn transferable skills, some soft skills which might be useful eventually in your full-time job after your education. So that is the third point. And it gives you a learning opportunity. There are a lot of jobs which will give you some learning opportunities. So that is the fourth point. And I think it's good to have 20 hours split into 2 or 3 days, 7-hour shifts into 2 and 3 in fact, and 21 hours, and you can reduce 1 hour any day, or 10 hours shifts 2 days and you're done with it. Work only on weekends, Saturday, Sunday, 10 hours each day. You make very good money. So I think it's better to not spread out 5 days, 4 hours each day. That's hectic. And also the last point I would like to say is a job that pays decent, not so high, not so low, and not at least on the minimum wage. I know most of the jobs are at minimum wage right now, but if it pays a little more than minimum wage, 9.5, 10.5, 11, 12, 13, it's good. So these are the top 5 tips, I think, top 5 points to note for a perfect part-time job. So now let's take jobs one by one and see what all problems are faced. So let's start with the most common job that students do, that is the care home jobs. I think it's very easy to get in. There's hardly any interviews. Do you care for someone? And it's good paying, lot of hours available, everything is good about it, and it's very easy, and that's why I think a lot of students end up doing it. It's on NI or cash in, whatever that is. But I think there's no skills to be learned in that care home jobs. And once they start paying, 11, 12, 13 pounds per hour, you are stuck in that. You see the money and there's hardly any transferable skills which you might be able to put in your resume. Like I was working part-time. There's hardly anything like that. So that's a big problem with the care home jobs. But yes, for those who are they have to pay back loans and a lot of money is required and they are struggling financially, I think a lot of them, they can and they should, I think they can go for care home jobs. They are easily available all over the UK. Anywhere you go, you just go on indeed.com and you will see care home jobs everywhere. Hardly any interview process and it's very easy to get in. But when you are doing that job, just be careful not to hurt the patients or the residents as they call it, so that you're not in trouble. Anything happens to them because of you end up in trouble. So just be careful with that. And care home jobs, there's the easiest, as I said. I just feel that there's no transferable or good skills, soft skills that you will be learning over there, and hence I don't prefer. I have done a care home job, I think for 2 shifts, had bad experience with the residents and I quit. Then next job is warehouse jobs. Again, warehouse jobs, there's hardly any transferable skills. You will not be able to put as a warehouse operative. You will be doing laborious work, monotonous work, sorting parcels or picking up parcels, or doing packing like in Amazon warehouse, or just picking things, picking order, picker and packer. Those are the kind of jobs that you will be doing in a warehouse, which I don't feel it's so good for you. But again, as I said, it pays very good since there are very less people to do those jobs. So the pay is good. They pay 12, 13, 14, 15. Amazon pays so much and they have a signing up bonus also. So if you are in real need of money, then warehouse jobs, care home jobs, infinite number of hours are available in that jobs. So you can pick any time and do 20 hours, and during your break time you can do 40 hours. Lot of warehouse jobs are available. But I would not prefer, because I have done it, by the way. I already done a warehouse job. It was very tiring. I did lose some weight, but eventually it was not worth it, because I was not doing anything which uses my brain. I was just picking parcel from here, putting here, picking here, putting here. Monotonous, tiring job, and hence I quit. Then the next job is the most many of the students do, is retail assistant jobs or working in an off-license store. So those are the kind of jobs which I think will or may be helpful to you, no matter what your course is. I think if you are in a science field and doing these kind of jobs, you are doing masters in MBA or MSc, supply chain management, finance, anything, then you need to know how a business works. So once you are in a retail assistant job or an off-license store, working at some kind of off-license retail store, I think if you take little interest, then it is very helpful for you. You will learn a lot of skills, lot of things. You will know how to operate the till and all. But having said that, there are other things that you need to know, is how a store is managed. So what all stock is coming in, what price it is coming in at, how much is the profit margins. So if you use your brains a little bit and take interest in these things, there's a lot to learn in a off-license store or a retail job at Waitrose, for example. One of my friends got a job at Waitrose making 15-16 pounds per hour. Good pay, you will learn a lot of things, good progression, career progression. And if you're doing international business management, then there's so much to learn from a retail assistant or a customer service assistant, for example, at Marks and Spencer's. So it's not just putting and picking things in the shelf, but you will know what all. And if you take interest, then the managers will also take interest in you, and then they will show you how or what the thing is done, how a business is run, where are we sourcing these from, where are we selling it to, how much is the profit margin. So if you work in a small store, then there's a lot to learn. If you work in a big store, career opportunities are good and you can put it in your resume. And if you're working for a big company, for example Marks and Spencer's, I worked for Marks and Spencer's in Christmas last year. It was easy to get in, and once you work there, eventually, after your course, if your resume says you already work for Marks and Spencer's, LD, Tesco, Sainsbury, anywhere, then they will keep in mind. And when you are applying for those jobs, they see in your resume you already work for M&S or any other such retailer, then you have a better chance. They know that you already know a little bit about the business, so it is a better opportunity. The pay is not minimum wage, obviously. It is a little higher than the minimum wage, 50p, £1 extra than the minimum wage, and weekend it is higher, and all those benefits are there. But the main benefit to consider is you will be eventually learning a lot of soft skills and transferable skills. I'll explain what transferable skills are eventually. But I think retail assistant, customer assistant job is a good job. Then there is a job for a lot of students that are doing is restaurant jobs, working in the kitchen. Your food is taken care of. Obviously you will be eating good stuff or bad stuff, whatever the restaurant is. But if you're working in a restaurant, you also have a management opportunity. I worked at Pizza Hut for 8-9 months. I started as a pot wash and kitchen staff, kitchen helper. Eventually I grew to shift manager, and that was a very quick journey because I took interest. I took interest to see how much we are consuming, what are our sales, how a customer service is done, how to handle calls, and it's a very fast moving environment. So these kind of jobs, working part-time, if you are applying after those jobs, if you are applying for a full-time job, and when in the interview they will ask, describe a time or have you ever worked in a fast-paced environment, these are the small experiences that you can share as an anecdote in the interview. Be confident about it that yes, I was working at Pizza Hut and there was a night when 50 orders at the time and customers were jumping all around and calls ringing and I had to manage everything. So these are the kind of experiences that will give you a notch higher in your job eventually. So keep it in mind. Any customer service or a little management level job, even in a small restaurant, will go a long way rather than working in a care home or a warehouse where the opportunities are there, but there is nothing much to learn over there. And at a restaurant, every day is a new day, new challenge, and lot of new customers. So you will meet and greet and come across lot of problems. So it will again use your brain. and you will learn a lot of things. Trust me, I have learned so much at Pizza Hut as I worked for like 8-9 months, and there are so many things that I learned, and I came to know how a store is managed, a QSR is managed, and it was very good experience for me. So these are also restaurant jobs are quite good, and of course you get to enjoy a pizza every day or anything you like from the menu. Then there are jobs like food delivery jobs. If you are in London, you will come across everyone is hiring for a food delivery driver. Like nowadays, even Getir and Gorilla, Uber Eat, Just Eat, students are giving out accounts on rent and selling accounts, working on others' accounts. They are so desperate to do a food delivery job, but I don't know why. I understand it pays good, but amount of hard work that you do, cycling around, pedaling around, and of course you're a student, you don't have a international license or a driving license, and it's very difficult to buy or afford a car starting times when you are coming here. So you will obviously be doing delivery on cycle, and it is a tough job, and the weather, the climate outside is not friendly. Sometimes it is, but most of the times it's gray weather and snow and rainfall and wet and cold. I would not prefer to go out and do delivery in this climate. But yes, I have seen a lot of students, lot of people doing this job, and it pays good. Of course, it pays good, I know. And they will say that with the electric bike it is very easy. You just pedal once and you can go forever, kind of thing. But yes, I understand the pay is good, but there is nothing you are learning. You are just a driver, looking around, and you will be familiarized with the area that you are living in. But other than that, I don't see any benefits of working as a food delivery driver. Eventually, it won't be helpful after your placement or when you're looking for a full-time job. So I don't know, there are a lot of people, I don't know, but this is my personal opinion, so it may vary with others. Then there are very high paying jobs like Amazon, Hermes, whatever they call it, delivery jobs, parcel delivery jobs. Again, it does pay good, but the toll it takes on your health and body is a lot. It is very hard working job, very monotonous, very boring, and I don't see any benefits of doing that. But yes, as I said, if you want to earn a lot of money, then Amazon warehouse jobs and Hermes delivery jobs, these are the jobs which pay you good, but I don't see why we need to do so much hard work. But again, a lot of people are doing that. It's your personal choice. This is my personal opinion. And in the end, there are university jobs which it's advertised on your university website all the time, part-time jobs. You can always do those are easy ones, and ambassadors, or when an event is coming up, some kind of volunteers, and those kind of jobs, I think they are good. You will be involved in a lot of activities with the university, and you will be recognized, and you can put it as a point in your resume, and it is a good job, so go for it. And the best one would be, of course, the field jobs. So if you're working, if you're doing a MSc Finance and Accounting, then any accounts job, trainee accounts manager, trainee accounts payable, or anything, trainee jobs, if you get, it is very good. If you're doing supply chain management, for example, I'm doing supply chain management, trainee supply chain coordinator, trainee procurement buyer, anything related to that part-time, no matter what the pay is, it will always be at least, I repeat, it will always be at least the minimum wage. It will always be above that, but minimum will be the minimum wage. I say just go for it. 20 hours, if you get a job in your field, go for it. There's nothing better than it. Don't worry about the money. Eventually it will all pay off. Trust me. So I think these are the few jobs that I wanted to discuss, common jobs that students are doing. And now it's the time where I'll give you a good news. So today is 8th of March, and in 20 days or 22 days, from 1st of April, the national minimum wage is increasing to 9.5 per hour. So students, if you are thinking of coming and you're already here, you're getting paid 8.91 right now if you are age of 23 or 24 and above. So from 1st March, your wages will increase automatically to 9.5, and if you are applying for a new job again, you will be getting a minimum of 9.5 per hour. That's a very good news. But there's a downside to it also, with the Ukraine war and Ukraine-Russia war, the fuel prices going up and everything else, all the prices going up, your rent will be going up, milk, fuel, everything is going up. But to cope with that, you have something, you have a wage rise of 60p, which is highest in last few years. So go for it and good luck. And if you need any help with the jobs, finding jobs area wise, or anything related to jobs, just comment below and I'll try to find something for you. And that is it. If you like this video, do share, subscribe, comment below, and stay tuned for more videos. Lot of content coming your way soon. Thank you and have a good day, guys. Cheers.